Life is not about eliminating your negative experiences. It's actually about better managing them. See, the problem with most men these days is they think that success is about living a life free of stress, free of struggle, when in actuality, it's not that at all whatsoever. Hey, look, my brother, just being honest with you, you're always going to be facing opposition, especially the higher that you go up, because the higher that you go up, the more responsibilities you have. And so you have to learn how to better manage those things, manage your emotions, your stress, everything that you got going on. And the only way to do that is to have gone through those negative experiences, because those negative experiences, they teach you and give you that mental fortitude. It's funny, when I first started YouTube, in the beginning, I kind of felt like, hey, maybe this could give me that financial freedom, right? Like I'm seeing all these other YouTubers online and they're just living these big extravagant lifestyles. And I mean, yeah, over the years, it has given me that financial freedom, which is nice, but I never really put into consideration. And I kind of had a little bit of a rude awakening once my responsibilities started to skyrocket, right? All of a sudden, all these people were relying on me. All of a sudden, when you start getting success, it's like, all right, how do I keep that success? How do I build on top of that? Yeah, does your income go up? But so does your expenses. They also go up. So hey, look, if you're willing to take on this challenge, if you're willing to go through the pain, go through the struggle, go through the heat, if you're willing to face that opposition, then hey, look, today I'm going to be taking you through 7 bad habits that you need to really be aware of on your journey to success. Because when you're on that journey, when you're on your path, you're going to have things come at you sideways that you would have never even knew you had to deal with. So the first bad habit, we got fighting side missions. Now, what's a side mission? It's basically fighting a battle that's actually holding you back. It's distracting you from the main mission. And this right here, this is what you got to be careful for. So many times, I see this all the time. I see dudes who are spending all their time and energy fighting these side missions, and then once they're done, having no energy left to fight their main mission. Some examples: gossip, bitterness, resentment, fighting 12-year-olds in the comment section. And now, as a result, you have no more strength, no more energy to actually engage with the important people in your life, the people closest to you. You have no more strength, no more energy to engage with your audience, with your business partners, because you're spending all this time on side missions, things that don't even really matter to the real story in your life. It's just like a video game, dude. You can focus on the campaign mode and just get straight to the point, win that mission, or you can horse around and do all these other things that really don't matter at the end of the day. There's a scripture that I just read in the Bible, and I actually pulled it up right here. It says, if it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. In other words, do all that you can to live in peace with everybody that you come in contact with. It says it right there. Whether you're a faith-based guy like me, whether you believe in this stuff or not, hey, this is still great advice, and it's going to benefit your life. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Carefully consider what is right in the eyes of everyone. And then at the end of that whole entire verse, it says, do not avenge yourselves, but leave room for God's wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. God's basically telling us, hey, don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about the people that criticize you, that disagree with you. I'll handle them. You focus on your mission. Focus on the path that I have for you. That's basically what God's saying right there. I actually had to set a new standard in my own life recently, because I noticed I was constantly getting distracted when I would go online and go on YouTube and check out all my comments. And then I noticed I started just only looking at the negative ones, trying to find those ones, and I would reply back to them and try to tell them why they're wrong. And I'm spending literally, the accumulation of it all week long, hours, when I could have been just creating more content, helping you guys out, the people that actually want to see more from me and want to grow, want to know that new piece of wisdom, information. And so I set this new standard where Sunday through Friday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I don't look at any comments whatsoever. I only leave the comment days, because I also like to reply back to positive comments as well, like you guys that actually appreciate me. I like to go in there and see what you guys are saying, because for the most part, 95% of all the comments are good. It's just for some reason, we always focus on the bad ones, right? And those are the ones that distract us. And so I literally have one day a week, not even a full day. Like I just set aside maybe 20 minutes to go through the comments. Other than that, I'm not even on there. I'm not even looking at them, because I notice that I get so immersed into that world and I get so distracted, and it literally depletes me of my energy. It takes away from my drive, my fire in the belly. And so to me, those side missions, it's not even worth it. So to finalize this one, how do you know when you're fighting a side mission? When you're trying to control others. When things are getting in a heated argument and you're trying to change their way of thinking and tell them that they're wrong. At the end of the day, bro, this is manipulation on your end, and you can never change someone's heart. You can't. That's not even your job to begin with. That's God's. The only thing you have control over is showing love to that person and agreeing to disagree and staying focused on the things that you actually have control over. The second bad habit is a perverted imagination. Now, it's funny because looking back, when I was younger, I would always see, and even like still today, I see all these rap videos, right, of these guys living these big extravagant lifestyles with the women, you know, the yachts, the cars, all these over the top things. And especially when I was young, it really made me want, lust, and desire that type of lifestyle. I wanted that. I wanted what that guy had. I wanted lots of money. I wanted lots of women. But as I got older, I realized that, hey, I don't want any of that, bro. Like, I like having just one wife who's loyal to me, who I know's got my back. I like the fact that I know that if anything ever happened to me, if I lost all my success, right, I just fell face flat, that she would still be with me no matter what. She wouldn't be like those girls in those rap videos who the next pop star, the next rap star who comes along, oh, she's on to that guy now. I love that my wife is gonna be with me through thick and thin because she was already. She got with me before I even had anything. And I love the fact that I'm gonna start a family with her soon. I love the fact that I can live this long, amazing, beautiful life with her, with my best friend. Yeah, my life might not be this big, extravagant, huge, massive party all the time, but hey, I like my little simple lifestyle. It's cool, it's chill. And it's funny because now I think about it, if I would have gotten into that type of lifestyle, I know one thing's for sure. I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be living with purpose. I wouldn't be bringing you content. I wouldn't be helping out you in your life and helping you become a better man. I'd be just so focused on myself. I'd become arrogant. I'd become selfish. I'd become just lust driven, and I would have no purpose in my life whatsoever. So hey, be aware. If you see this stuff, if you're watching this utter crap, really ask yourself, is this really what I want? Is this really what I desire for my life? Is this really what's gonna bring me true happiness? Or is this giving me a perverted imagination, perverted vision for my life? It's so easy to look at all these rock stars, rap stars, and be like, oh man, that right there, that's true wealth, right? That's true richness. And it might look like it. It might look like this big old party, like this guy's just living it up. But always remember, bro, it's a facade. You can gain the whole world, but lose your soul. The third bad habit, people pleasing. This one you gotta be very, very aware of, very cautious. See, look, there's a difference between people pleasing and people serving. There's a verse that talks about don't cast your pearls upon swine. Swine being pigs, right? Like if you were to take a whole bunch of valuable pearls and throw them to all the pigs, they're gonna sniff it and they might like taste it and spit it out, right? They don't care about any pearls. They want like corn. They want beans, barley, stuff like that. See, the pigs, they don't recognize the value in the pearls. And that's what happens right there. A lot of us are so focused on pleasing everybody that we're casting our pearls out to all these pigs, all this swine. And that's the moral of the story right there. Don't waste all the good things, all the values that you have on people that don't even appreciate them. Talk about fighting side missions, bro. People pleasing is one of the biggest side missions. It keeps you totally off track. It distracts you from the main mission. And so the greatest gift that you can give yourself is knowing that, hey, you can't please everyone. Imagine if I was a world-renowned chef, right, and I'm trying to create the world's best burger, and I'm sitting here worrying about, shoot, some people might not like pickles. So let me take the pickles out. Oh wait, some people might not like tomato, might not like onions, right? Okay, let me remove the onions as well. Oh, I know some people don't like cheese. Let me remove the cheese. And you're taking away all these ingredients to try to please everybody. You're gonna be left with a bogus burger. It's gonna be plain, basic, and boring. See, as a chef, your goal is to create what you believe is the best possible burger. Like for me, I love bacon on my burger. So if I was a chef, I would make sure I have like just big, nice, thick strips of bacon. But in my head, I also know some people don't like bacon. But hey, guess what? The people that do like bacon, this is gonna be the best bacon burger of all time, bro. And so that's who I'm gonna focus on. Nobody else but the bacon lovers, the guys who are gonna appreciate my bacon burger, and I'm gonna make them the best bacon burger of all time. I'm so getting a bacon burger after this, bro. I'm making my own mouth water. Number 4, overthinking. Now, it's wild because us humans, our minds always tend to over-exaggerate everything, every scenario, every circumstance, and at the end of the day, things rarely turn out as bad as we fear. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum as well, like things rarely turn out as good as we had hoped. And so, hey, the moral of this is just because something can be analyzed, just because you can overthink, doesn't mean that you should. And that fear that we get of what could potentially happen, usually, even if we do face that pain, hey, usually that pain is actually good for us, and it actually puts us on a good path, and it actually directs us into the next stage of our lives. And the problem with most people is they overthink these things. They get so scared, they focus on everything that could go wrong, and so they try to avoid that. They try to avoid the mistakes, and then that veers them off track. It veers them off of a whole nother path that God may not even want them to go towards. God may be wanting them to go through a tough season. He may want them to experience a little bit of pain in their life right now, because that's going to help build them up. And so in their attempt to avoid problems, avoid pain, often creates an even worse problem. Overthinking is like spinners on a car. Like, you know those rims that continuously spin whether the car's moving or not? That's what overthinking is like. You feel like you're moving, but you're not. So the best possible thing you can do when you're overthinking, whether you're in a state of fear and you're always thinking about it, thinking about the worst that could happen, or you're in a state of hope and you're constantly thinking and getting all excited, the best thing to do in that circumstance is just don't overthink either. Because more than likely, things won't be as bad as you feared and things won't be as good as you hoped. Because honestly, at the end of the day, life is... it's a little mundane. The fifth bad habit, probably the worst of them all, dopamine addiction. What do? The second we get even an ink dot of boredom, grab our phones. Gotta respike that dopamine, right? And all this does is just create a lack of focus. It distracts you from your purpose. And so what we need to do is get addicted to the right things, the thing that will actually push you forward, not hold you back. And so you gotta think to yourself, what starts that dopamine addiction? Boredom. So take that boredom, take that empty space and start filling it up with more useful things that are actually gonna benefit you. Get addicted to that. Always find new things, implement new missions, become a noob in something, right? It's always good to start at ground zero in something new in your life. It creates a new hunger, a new drive. Number 6, not understanding your value. See, the problem isn't what you don't have. The problem is you don't know what you have. So hey, look, no matter where you're at in life right now, and this is why it's so important not to compare yourself to others, take what you got, what you have been given at this moment in time in your life and dig deep, bro. Use what you got. Not understanding your value, not understanding what you currently have, what you have instilled within you, that's just poor mental health right there. So you got to get this thing right. You got to start immersing yourself into books, into content, into things that are going to draw out those values, draw out those things that you might not even realize that you have. And the last bad habit, number 7, is a lack of application. At the end of the day, the single most important thing is just executing, getting the job done. Start taking everything that you're learning, everything that you're inputting, put it to effect. Your level of execution is the only thing that's going to give you the results that you want. Most of the guys that come on here that watch these videos, that even show up to my channel every single day, they're inputting so much, which is great, awesome. They have that knowledge, they have that wisdom that most people don't have. But the only problem, the only thing that's holding them back is that they just don't execute it. But you, my brother, you are an executor. That has to be your mindset. That's the way you got to see yourself from here on out. So hey, appreciate you watching. Please give this video a nice big thumbs up. Hit the notifications button to be informed when I drop new content. And for the time being, hey, check out this one right here. It's a powerful one, and I'll catch you next time. Peace always.